This show is brought to you by GoDaddy. Production services provided by Take That Radio and Mike's daughter in Los Angeles.
Switch to DCS ranging.
240, nominal to profile.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
5 topics, 5 minutes. This is a Jimmy Bice 5 by 5. Topic 1.
Topic the first is the volcano in Iceland. I don't know if you've heard about this, folks, but there is a giant volcano underneath a glacier in Iceland that is just spouting forth all sorts of lava and magma and ash. And it's an enormous ash cloud that's completely crippled air flight to Europe because, as it turns out, jet engines do not react well to volcanic ash. Who knew? What I really want to get into in my 1 minute here is the incredible, horrible mangling of the pronunciation of this glacier on newscasts. I've heard it on BBC, I've heard it on CNN, I've heard Fox. Nobody, they just call it the volcano or the Iceland volcano. But I'm going to help you out with this. The pronunciation of this volcano, thanks to the Icelandic embassy, is Eyjafjallajökull. The Eyjafjallajökull glacier. Folks, mark it. That's something you'll need to know.
Topic 2.
Topic number 2, the president was supposed to have gone to the funeral of the Polish president Kaczynski, who died in a very tragic plane crash that claimed his wife and a lot of high-ranking members of the government. But the president could not make it because of the volcanic eruption at the Eyjafjallajökull glacier. See, I told you this would come up again. As it turns out, the president decided he couldn't go, so instead of doing something on the day of the funeral, like going to the embassy and signing the sympathy book, or maybe going and paying his respects at a Polish War Memorial, which there is one in Washington, D.C., the president decided to go golfing. Yes, that's right, folks. While the rest of the world was mourning the death of the Polish president, our president was out playing a few rounds of golf. I don't know about you, but you know something? I might have decided to do something just a little bit different, just to show a little respect to the guy who was a really steadfast warrior for freedom and a good friend to our country. That's it for topic 2.
Topic 3.
Topic numero tres is global warming. Diane Rehm on her NPR show had a truly bizarre conversation with the senior State Department producer for CNN, Elise Labott, I believe is her name, L-A-B-O-T-T, Elise Labott. Here is the transcript. Diane Rehm says, "We do wonder whether there's human involvement in all these eruptions, earthquakes, storms." Labott interrupts and says, "And how much global warming has a role in it? You know, we've seen a lot of wacky weather, but that's just a microcosm for what is happening around the world and how much climate change is contributing to earthquakes and volcanic ash. It's a really good question." No, it isn't a really good question. Climate change is contributing exactly 0 to volcanic eruptions. The climate doesn't control plate tectonics, folks. I don't know how much to tell you this. Earthquakes, volcanoes have nothing to do with climate change, except that maybe you don't want to go living in a volcano when the global warming happenings and we all die from a disaster movie. That is it for topic number.
I'm GoDaddy girl, Vanessa Russo. You know, some domain registrars are really just jokers. They take your bankroll and leave you with little to show for it. When I need a domain name, I go with the king. GoDaddy.com, where you can register a domain name for less than $1 a month. When you're ready to register a domain, head straight to GoDaddy.com.
Get your domain for less than $1 a month at GoDaddy.com. Domains, websites, and everything in between.
Topic 4.
This is topic 4, the story of a Clark County Sheriff Washington deputy, Ed Bilsma, who is suing Burger King because of what happened when he went to one of their local restaurants in Vancouver, Washington. He went there, and he was watching the guys who were giving him the bag of food, and he noticed a little something odd. So he opened up the burger, and I'll let KATU.com take it from here. So he cracked open the burger before biting in. That's when he found what was presented in court: human sputum and saliva, with tests not ruling out feces on the deputy's microwaved meat. Now look, I've worked with police officers for a long time, and more than a few of them have admitted that they're used to eating spit on their burgers. They just don't want to know about it. But look, folks, customer service, rule number 1, don't spit on a man's burger, even if you are a crook. That's topic number 4.
Topic 5.
Fifth topic is a little bit of a book review. I just finished reading one of the best books I've read in a very long time. It is this book called The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is Patrick Rothfuss's first attempt. It is a fantasy novel. Now, I know what some of you are saying, oh, it's got hobbits and elves, but it really doesn't. If you're a fantasy novel reader, you need to get this book. Period. End of story. If you aren't, if you like good stories with some mysteries, a really good character story, the story of a young man named Quoth, and what happens to him as a young man and as he grows up, this is an excellent book. It has romance, it has adventure, it's got hard life lessons in it, and it's got at least 2 mysteries. It's even a story within a story. I highly recommend it. This is going to be the first of 3 called the King Killer Chronicles. He's already won a major award called the Quill Award for this thing. I highly recommend it. Patrick Rothfuss, The Name of the Wind, pick it up. That's topic 5.